Welcome back to Battle Sietz Drag Racing, everybody. Today we got our first special guest of the program here. So I'd like to welcome in Todd Lewis from Top Dead Center Trucks here in Forest City, Iowa. If the name sounds familiar, if you watch our YouTube videos and follow us on Facebook, you'll see he's a sponsor of our team here. So he's got some really cool stuff on there. I'd encourage everybody to go check out Top Dead Center Trucks. He's actually got a fire truck on there that he has basically restored. I don't know if you'd call it restored, Todd, or basically built from the ground up. So pretty cool. Check it out. He's here to get back on this project here. He is going to do some TIG welding for us on our dragster. As we've all found out, we've got kind of a project going on the front end there. So Todd's going to come out and help us fix that. So let's get at it. So what we're doing right now is we had that big hole in the bottom of our tube here. We are making saddles right now to add integrity back to the frame before we weld and clamp our uprights back in here. So this is what's going on right here. We just took a piece of tubing and split it, notched it out here, and then Todd will TIG weld all this. This all has to be TIG welded, by the way. It's chromoly chassis, and NHRA will only certify TIG weld, so that's reasons why we have to do the TIG welding.
That's exactly right. Grab a rag.
Yeah, there you go.
And TIG has to be very clean.
Leave a little skin in there, that's just filler.
I think you're the money. Perfect.
So all in all, what we've ended up doing here is right, wrong, or indifferent, but this is what we felt was the most structurally sound after we had this hole in the bottom. So what we ended up doing is we ended up taking some chromoly piping and cutting it in half and making a saddle to go over this tube here, because there's a big hole on the bottom here. So that way we got the integrity back into the tube itself. Did that on both sides. And then the way we got it before, it was clamped on the bottom and welded on top. So then what we did is we notched 2 of these uprights, 1 for each side, and we TIG welded up here and we clamped it down here. These clamps, in our mind, and correct us if we're wrong because we're learning, but these clamps here, and I might go to a heavier clamp, we'll see, but anyway, these clamps, the purpose of these are to still allow this frame to flex a little bit, because it still has to flex back and forth. If we were to weld this solid, our fear is if we shake tires or have any other issues, we end up breaking the frame some other place that we don't want. So in essence, these are, you know, not that we don't want parts on the track by no means, but the idea here is these are, you know, serve as a shear bolt, for lack of better terms. So we'll try it and we can make adjustments, but that was our idea here. So you got anything else? Looks good. I think, to me it looks really well. Looks like we got a lot of structure back in here. So
Yeah, it's good to have this, because this hole was 1.25 inches long, and it was well over 1/4 of the tubing was open on the bottom side. And so we hadn't done this on this side, especially. If he would have hooked tight, got the front end up off the ground and come back down, he could have lost this side of his frame, could have put him in a wall. And we probably didn't need to do this side because there wasn't much of a hole underneath this side, but if you're doing one side, do the other side so the frame is equal. It's got the same twist to it. So everything has been put together what we think is right. Matt will find out if it's right
we'll test it
in April.
I'm good at testing it.
So
We'll squirt a little paint down here and we'll call it good. We'll get the tin work on, and then we got another surprise coming with that. So we're getting really close. A couple, 3 weeks away, and it's gonna be time to go. So kind of wrapping up our projects. I think we're gonna be in good shape. So once again, I'd like to thank Todd Lewis from Top Dead Center Trucks from coming out and
thank you.
taking care of our projects here, and more so want to thank him for being a sponsor for our team. It's guys and businesses like this that allow us to be able to get good footage and good content for everybody out there watching. So we appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned as we're getting close to race season. There'll be a lot of action-packed stuff coming. We got GoPros we're going to be setting up on the car, so we'll have some good stuff. Zade's going to race with us this year too, as you've watched the last video. We're getting this 4-wheeler tuned up, ready to go. Got new tires on that, so we got some stuff happening. So we're on the downhill slide here. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. God bless.